Hi there, it's Drive-by DIY today. Got a real horrible rainy day today, so just thought I'd work under the canopy to show you how to take this battery out on this Peugeot 306 1.4. It's a little bit different on this one. You've got a bracket on here which goes across there to 10mm bolts. You've got a 10mm nut on the actual negative connection, and on here you've got this setup, which is a little bit harder for the DIY really, if you're not sure what it's about. These things don't normally come off with just using your hand. You usually have to give it a bit of a whack with something, but anyway, just going to go through it and show you how to take it out. First things first, obviously when you're dealing with any electrics, you take off the negative terminal first, and there's always the last one to go on. So that just comes off like that, and just tuck it out the way. Basically, if you take that off first, then nothing can be grounded. The actual electrical system is actually is safe now. Obviously, remember your codes and stuff like that for your radios and whatever else you got going on. This is just two 10mm bolts. They're pretty good. It goes through plastic, but if not, a bit of penetrating fluid. So it should just come straight off. Sorry, it's not too bad when you got going into plastic, but there is saying that there is a metal thread in there. So yeah, keep them greased up. Always use penetrating fluid for these sort of things, because you don't want it to be rounding off, because obviously make your day a bit on the old bad side. So take that off, keep it safe, move it to one side. This bit here, this one, sometimes I've never known him to come off finger tight, but I just get a little bit of wood and a hammer and just give it a knock like that. And that just comes off, just screws off. I always use a bit of wood because obviously it doesn't conduct anything, and it just screws off like that on your knuckles. And there you go. That just comes off like that, and what you're left with is this thing here that actually hams onto the pole, to the actual battery pole. So get that out of the way, and then that just lifts out like that. So what you're left with is this on here, which I'll show you next how to get off. Right, so on here you've got, well, this one's just broke off, but what you can do is get yourself a little pry bar and just sort of pry it off like that. Some are easier than others, some are a lot harder than others, and that just comes off, and that's what you're dealing with. That this one has broke, so it might be worth going and get yourself another one, or actually changing the actual connection itself to a normal traditional one. But anyway, get that and then put the next one on. Make sure it's nice and safe. And when you actually screw it back on, then these bits will attach themselves to the actual pole itself. So yeah, so that's how that goes on. And then to put it back in is just the reverse of what you had. This is a Halfords battery. It's been pretty good. It's been on there for a couple of years now. This is for 306, 400 cold cranking amps, 45 hours and 12 volts, and that's the part number. So yeah, that's been a pretty good battery for me. And then we'll put it back on, show you how to put it back on. Right, to refit, let's put it back in. This one goes on first, and basically all you do, just screw it back on. Let's try not to cross thread it. As it goes down, the clamp inside just attaches itself to it. That goes on, tighten it up. Put your battery clamp on, like that. Tighten them down, tighten your bolt down there, and that's a good one. And that's your battery, obviously check, make sure your car's all right. And that's it, and that's how to put your battery on a 306. Obviously prepare yourself to maybe replacing some stuff on there. It depends how old it is. I mean, this car's 24 years old. Some of this stuff can be brittle and perishing, so definitely worth getting yourself a new one of them if you're going to do this job. And that's it. Lovely day, nice and raining. It's December though, so just to get away with a bit of rain is pretty cool. This is my canopy, this is what I'll work underneath. Just show you. Had this built. Definitely worth getting something like this when you're working on your driveway. Makes all the difference. There's the drive shaft from one of the other videos. Yeah, and that's it. Hopefully this helps you. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and check me out on Facebook as well as Driveway DIY. Definitely worth going on there. Need to get that going really. It's nothing. It's not really something I really put out, but it's definitely worth a look if you're into that sort of thing. So, thanks for watching.